It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we'll see the Steelers' sure-handed wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Steelers and the Ravens under the lights on Sunday night.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Throwing first play is Pickett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw, Pickett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, this offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Hey, check.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 13 carries, 71 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Pickett lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball. What's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either. No,
maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Gunnar Olszewski, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. From the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Pickett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by Kenny Pickett taking it in himself. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Now, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
Amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, there you go, Charles. His first touch. So the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away from the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. From the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now here come the Ravens. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury.
And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Pick it now, 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Gunnar Olszewski with career touchdown number 60. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw.